It is Monday night, and you are looking live in Hartford, Connecticut, as on this Monday, the 17th of August, the only live professional wrestling program on the air tonight, come to you from the insurance capital of the world, where a sellout crowd is on hand, Nitro is on the air, and we come up abruptly because, undeniably, Hollywood Hogan is making his way out as the music rings out here in Hartford, Connecticut. Tony Schiavone, the living legend Larry Zbyszko, and Mike Tenay. Here he is, and would you listen to the boos in Connecticut for Hogan?
Not a very popular guy in Hartford, and of course he's coming out in force. Giant right behind him along with the Disciple. Look at this disgusting display of pseudo-affection.
Almost a unanimous decision from the capacity crowd on hand for this live Monday Nitro from Hartford, Connecticut. No videotape here.
Nah, we can forget the survey too.
Hollywood Hogan, Bischoff, the Giant, the Disciple, NWO Hollywood making its way out. They're gonna come out here. Look at this. He's carrying Eric Bischoff. It's a big load even for a Giant. Did I see that sign correctly? Did that say Bischoff for president?
Well, we might find out later.
I wouldn't go there. But obviously Bischoff has somebody making signs for him here in Hartford, Connecticut. As you look at a venue that was sold out almost a handful of days after the tickets went on sale. And it's Nitro's first visit to Connecticut, to Hartford. And we're darn glad to be in the house.
Wow!
We gotta back out now.
Hollywood! This town really, really loves you, man.
Well, you know, brother, what would you expect from all these black and white NWOites that still live in the house that Hollywood built, brah? Many years ago, when these people were little teeny weeny NWOites, they used to worship the ground I walk on. They used to pave the way. They used to kiss my feet. And there isn't one thing that's changed, brother. They love Hollywood because I made their life what it is today. Now that everybody knows that Hollywood is immortal, that everybody knows that black and white Hollywood is the power of the wrestling world today, enough of the crap, enough of the gaga. No more games with the media. No more games with those preliminary punks in the back. I'm calling Goldberg out. Hollywood Hogan is gonna get his belt back tonight, and I'm gonna get it back right in the middle of the ring, because there's not one man I haven't beat. There's not one man I can't beat. And Goldberg, lead the lambs to slaughter. Goldberg, the Giant will do the dirty work. The Giant will beat you tonight and hand me my belt back. And just so Goldberg's buddies don't stick their nose in my business, brother, your back is covered tonight. Because when you hit black and white, you're a winner. You're my disciples for life.
How about that? Already tonight, we have discovered the
Tell
giant.
Hollywood just exactly how much you love him one more time.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Doesn't sound like love to me.
I think we all know what it is. Tonight, the Giant will face Goldberg in our feature main event on this program
will show
live.
me his love and dedication when he hands me my world title NWO belt back. Goldberg, you're gonna crawl like a dog at my feet. Lace up your boots, Goldberg, because tonight you're gonna fall.
What a mega night this is going to be, where tonight Goldberg and the Giant will collide in our feature bout, and Hollywood Hogan said, your back is covered. Could that be trouble with a world champ? We'll find out and come back after this.
This portion of WCW Monday Nitro is brought to you by Valvoline. Get a limited edition Hot Wheels car and enter to win a real Mark Martin race car. Call 1-800-TEAM-VAL for official rules.
And that's the way we like it, off with an explosion. Nitro continues. This capacity crowd downtown Hartford, Connecticut at the Civic Center pumped already. And then moments ago, as you look at this capacity crowd on hand, we discover that it will be Goldberg and the Giant one-on-one live here tonight on TNT as we are on the air for 3 solid hours for professional wrestling's leader. This is not a taped program. This is live as it happens. And you're going to see it all tonight on TNT. And needless to say, the state capital of Connecticut, all the major stars of all factions, WCW, NWO, Hollywood, and the Wolfpack are in the house here tonight. And this crowd lining around the building tonight, now settled in for some great professional wrestling action. Also here tonight, Steve Mongo McMichael, Disco Inferno and Alex Wright, Eddie Guerrero. We understand Raven is here. Scott Norton of the New World Order, Hollywood. And right now, though, we're going to take you to our colleague, the one and only Mean Gene Okerlund.
Well, that is very nice of you, Tony Schiavone. We are back in an area very familiar to both myself and the chairman of the WCW Executive Committee, the great state of Connecticut, and as you said, Hartford. J.J. Dillon, right around the corner, is going to be Fall Brawl and the War Games. The date, by the way, circle it on your calendar, is Sunday, September the 13th, and available exclusively on pay-per-view. There is a lot of talk right now about what's going down in the War Games. 3 teams of 3 men, 2 rings, covered by a cage, and only 1 door.
That's right. You know, I was very interested by the comments that I just heard from Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I thought I heard him say that there's no one he hasn't beaten, that he has nothing left to prove, and this is the reason that he's got the Giant doing his dirty work for him. That's something I'd have to think about for a little while. But we want to do this thing right, like you said, at Fall Brawl for the War Games. You're right, 2 rings together, surrounded by a cage. There's a cage on the top and only 1 door. And I can announce the captains for the 3 teams, of which each team will have 3 men.
Let's hear those captains now. This is very important.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan will be the captain of 1 team.
That's going to be the NWO Hollywood Black and White.
That's correct. Diamond Dallas Page will be a captain.
Representing World Championship Wrestling.
Right.
Favorable reaction here.
And Kevin Nash will be a captain of the 3rd team.
Kevin Nash from the Wolfpack. You've got Hogan, you've got DDP, Kevin Nash, and that's just for starters.
1 man from each team, which means there'll be 3 men in there to start. Every 2 minutes, there will be a toss of the coin, and there will be a new contestant enter the ring. The match cannot conclude until all 9 men are in the ring, and the winner will get a shot at the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. That's Goldberg at Halloween Havoc.
Well, this is absolutely deafening. Obviously, this crowd, yes, agrees with that decision, and I compliment you and the executive committee, JJ.
So the mind, Gene, is already starting to go. I mean, I know that Diamond Dallas Page and Goldberg been very close friends, but there's a possibility for a championship match. Big Kevin Nash and Goldberg, and this might be the opportunity for Hollywood Hogan to get back in the ring with Goldberg.
Well,
Lots of possibilities.
Hogan's got to work his way back into contention here.
That's correct.
All right, War Games coming up. It's right around the corner. James Dillon, I thank you very much. Cody, they are literally hanging from the rafters. More Nitro on TNT when we come back.
Talk about you and Arn Anderson. And watching that video, I hope you got one thing out of that. That you were a big part of the Four Horsemen. One of the founding fathers of an excellent group. And more than that, that you can still be part of the elite Four Horsemen.
We welcome you back, fans, to WCW Monday Nitro, and there they are, the most gorgeous oh my. I'd like to see a replay of that like right now. The most gorgeous ladies of cable TV. It's the Nitro Girls, and they're all out. There's Fire. Hello, Fire.
She's always on fire.
You're not kidding, she is. Spice, Whisper, Kimberly, Tigress, they're all here tonight for this capacity crowd having a grand old time here on WCW Monday Nitro. And as you know, the Nitro Party has become a phenomenon. Our winner this week from New Iberia JC's in New Iberia, Louisiana, the Nitro Party back brought to you by Mug Root Beer. The foam goes straight to your brain. Here's this week's winner.
A Monday Nitro Party with the New Iberia JC.
From the black and white NWO, Eric Bischoff. And the one-night knocker problem, the WCW Heavyweight Champion of the World, Goldberg. Oh, yeah.
Yes, those are your future leaders of New Iberia, Louisiana, our JCs with our Nitro Party Pack winner. And I tell you, remember, fans, we got a grand prize Nitro Party coming up in a couple of weeks. On August 31st, you'll see live cut-ins of Mean Gene and the Nitro Girls direct from party headquarters at Wapakoneta High School in Wapakoneta, Ohio. In those tapes, and maybe you will be our next Nitro Party winner.
What?
That's party headquarters.
Party headquarters, what it is.
There's nothing else to do in Ohio.
That may be your opinion, but
I've been there.
see Michael McMichael coming in with the Bears jacket on in the first match here this week on WCW Monday Nitro. What excitement that we have here with the announcement, as you see the opponent from Mongo Sick Boy, with the announcement that Goldberg and the Giant will collide here tonight. It'll be live here on WCW Monday Nitro.
Well, you know, Hogan also made a statement along with that. He talked to the Giant and said, look it, we'll be watching your back. That's got to be a warning, a direct warning to the heavyweight champion of the world.
And it's pretty obvious that Hogan has nominated the Giant to do his dirty work, telling the Giant that after he beats Goldberg tonight, that's his world's heavyweight title, speaking of Hollywood Hogan.
Well, regardless of what Hogan may think or what the NWO Hollywood may do, herein lies the fact that WCW will give you a big-time world title bout here tonight live. But you know our competitors are going to be on the air, and it's a program that was taped on another cable outlet a few weeks in advance, and I can promise you that we know this, that all their hype for their world title bouts, and the only thing's going to happen tonight, that thing will last about 10 seconds.
In other words, when WCW promotes a world's heavyweight title matchup, we are going to deliver this evening on Nitro.
Absolutely. Mike, you and I go in the ring for 10 seconds, and that's what you're going to get over there. Sick Boy goes down. You really want to say something here, don't you, about Mike and I in the ring? I know.
Boy, I tell you, the things that went through my head, they bleep me in a heartbeat.
Larry lit up on that one, but
they
Sick
already
Boy
grabbed that bleep button.
Can we get J.J. Dillon out here to sign it?
No, we can't. Okay. Stomping on the chest, the neck. Sick Boy really homing in on Mongo. Not many people can say they get Mongo down within the first 30 seconds of a match, but Sick Boy's delivered here tonight.
Well, we've always been impressed by Sick Boy. It's just been that lack of direction because of his association with the Flock.
In the back of the head, Mongo comes back, and Sick Boy went to the eyes.
But Mongo's only weakness, I mean, you keep hitting Mongo in the upper body, you're going to run out of steam. Big, strong guy, tough to hurt, and the more you punch him around the head and stuff, the more mad you make the guy. Mongo just made of stone.
Mongo's been one of the men on the front line trying to rekindle the Horsemen to get them back together, but as far as Arn Anderson is concerned, to no avail. And what about what happened on WCW Saturday night this weekend? Lateral press, 1, 2. And that interview conducted by Raven where Saturn came out, challenged Raven for a one-on-one match coming up at Fall Brawl, and said, if I win, you must set the Flock free, and Raven agreed to it.
And then the other stipulation of that matchup is if Raven wins the match, now Saturn has to return to the Flock and be subservient to the boss, Raven.
How about that? Watch it! Not hit by Sick Boy. Just grazing, but enough force on the leg extension to get the man off his feet, and he got a 2 count.
They're hard to hold Mongo down. Big, strong guy, just bench pressure right off of him. Good strategy by Sick Boy here. I mean, he's unorthodox, but he's aggressive. He's all over Mongo.
In the face of referee Charles Robinson, Sick Boy. You know, Saturn this past Saturday was right. He talked about how talented Sick Boy was, and how if he would go out from underneath the guidance of Raven or the power of Raven, that he would be a top contender to a title. We've often said that.
We've said that about several members of the Flock, Sick Boy especially. Running lariat took Mongo off of his feet, and that is quite an accomplishment.
Hey, a Sick Boy, big man, good athlete, like you said. Break away from the Flock. You've got to have soul. When it gets down to the bottom line, it separates the men from the weekend armchair champions.
Sick Boy, after driving that point home, tries a cover, hooks a far leg, and gets a 2 count. And arguing now with the referee. We have fans from all over, not only Connecticut, but all over the New England area. And look at these two men fighting on their knees here. Giving it their all. This is what it's all about when we're live here on Nitro. Trying to pick it up again here. Look at trying to pick this big man up. And he could barely get him up that time, but did a darn good job at least executing something that time. Sick Boy! Nobody home for that one. Mongo rises to his feet now.
Yeah, Sick Boy's in trouble. Knocked the wind out of himself. Mongo, he's eyeing him up like a hawk. Damn, nailed him right in the knee.
Mongo capitalizes, shoulder block out of the 3-point stance. Gonna take Sick Boy up into the air.
Oh, look at this. Oh, Sick Boy escaped. Mongo ducks a clothesline. Mongo to the gut. Picks him up.
Oh, just overpowered him. Sets him up for the tombstone. Spiked him.
Right in the end zone he did. 1, 2, 3, it's over.
So that's like a touchdown.
And that's the Mongo spike.
What it is, there you go. And that came from Zabisco, who's never watched a football game in his life.
Well, sometimes I watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, look at You're getting better.
Horseman.
We're coming back.
If it's, I don't blame him. I mean, take a look here. Mongo, explosive, big man. Sick Boy just hit him in the wrong place, the upper body where Mongo's strong. But Mongo, he went smart. He went low, took the wheels out, hoisted him up here with power, but dropped them. Picture perfect. Bang, right there.
And your winner?
Mongo.
Very good. Steve Mongo McMichael, living legend on target here tonight before this capacity crowd. And needless to say, they have been chanting the name of Larry since we took our position moments before we went on the air.
I gotta go.
I'm sure you do. And as he goes to take his kudos, we want to go to you, Mike Tenay, to talk about the feature bout live here tonight. It's one of our biggest ever. in terms of size and in terms of importance. Undefeated, the world champ Goldberg against the biggest man in the sport, the Giant.
What a blockbuster announcement to open Nitro. The news that the world's heavyweight title is going to be on the line, as well as the undefeated streak of Goldberg, 131-0. Tonight he faces the Giant. Hogan says, win my title back for me.
Kind of changed the rules around for War Games as well. On September 13th, there will be 3 teams: Wolfpack, the Hollywood team, and the WCW team captained by Diamond Dallas Page.
Well, it makes it even more dangerous. You know, we're in the insurance capital here, Hartford. Look at the insurance game. They take your money and bet you're not going to get sick, and you give them your money and you say, haha, I bet I am going to get sick. All the members of War Games better have big insurance policies. Only one man's going to survive and make it to Goldberg.
That one man will go on to Halloween Havoc when we go down to Las Vegas at the end of October and face Goldberg for the World Heavyweight title. With all that in mind, let's take you in the ring. Once again, here's Mean Gene.
I'm going to be out in Las Vegas. I'm going to be rolling those bones, Tony. You're going to come down to the crap tables with me. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Fall Brawl of the War Games, welcome Captain Diamond Dallas Page.
What a reaction to the captain of the WCW trio. Now, there was announced that Hogan would be the captain, that Nash would be the captain of Wolfpack, that Page would be the captain of WCW, but there's 6 other men involved. And I'm sure as the time goes by during this program and during the week, we'll find out who's on whose team.
Well, it's going to be interesting to fill in the blanks because there's so much at stake in this matchup at Fall Brawl, the War Games, with the winner gaining the world's heavyweight title shot. Different spin to the War Games this year. 3 teams comprised of 3 men each as the People's Champion. Diamond Dallas Page is welcome to Hartford, Connecticut.
It may be a different format, but same danger lies for any man who gets in the ring. Watch out! Boom!
Guys, you want to talk about somebody who is jacked? This man is absolutely jacked. We're just about 3 weeks away from Fall Brawl of the War Games. Some very interesting scenarios set up earlier tonight by the chairman of the WCW Executive Committee, J.J. Dillon. You are captaining a team of 3 teams of 3 men, inside 2 rings, a big steel cage and only 1 door. But I guess the question that people are asking right now, DDP, who are your 2 partners going to be 3 weeks from now?
You know, Tino, when the committee from World Championship Wrestling came to me and asked me to be the captain, it didn't take me nothing to say, I'm in it. Now you got 1, so back up for a minute. Let me get number 2. So I got on my Rolodex, and I got this guy's number. And I thought to myself, I ain't gonna talk to him on the phone. This is something I wanna do face to face. So I flew out west, and when I told him about my plan to mess with the man, the immortal, almighty professional wrestling god, Hollywood Scum, he got real jacked. Now, Hogan, I heard yourself right out here in the middle, basically talking to yourself. How you're the immortal one. How you've never been beaten. Well, this cat I'm talking about, if you look in the record books, brother, you're 0-1.
That'll jog your noggin.
And you're gonna get your shot against him when we get there at Fall Brawl. But that's in September. And right now, we're in August. And I can't stop thinking about something I have not been able to lay down in my mind. And that's what happened in Utah. When you, Hogan, and your band of hoodlums beat me down right before my match with the Hitman, Bret Hart. For the U.S. title. You knew I was...
speaking of devil.
What the devil? What is this? Things are out of control. Guys are just walking in here. I can't believe it. Uninvited. Gentlemen, this time Mr. Hart has been allocated to DDP. I'd appreciate it. Maybe you and I could talk later. Not tonight.
Gene, the details of my life are quite inconsequential. You come out here with your sorry-ass excuses. You talk about slipping on a banana peel back in the dressing room. Let me say one thing. When you show up to fight me, whether it's a U.S. championship or any kind of a match, you better show up to fight. If you got some kind of excuse, don't blame me and don't blame Hollywood Hogan. Suck it up and learn like the rest of us. You either win or lose, and that's the price you pay in the WCW.
Back up, Jack! First of all, I ain't crying about nothing. I never got out what I was about to say, but since you're out here running your mouth, you forgot to tell everybody you're the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. So why don't you prove it tonight?
Whoa, whoa, wait a minute. Bret Hart, the offer is on the table. It sounds to me like it's one you cannot refuse.
See this U.S. Championship title?
Of course I do.
This title means the world to me because I've proved 2 times that I'm gonna be the greatest U.S. champion of all time. And I want you to think real hard, real long. You talk about Roddy Piper, he's injured at home because of me. Randy Savage, he's injured because of me. And the only reason Lex Luger's not dead somewhere is because he was Sting's friend. But you are the scum of the earth, and I look forward to any kind of match you want. And if you want a shot at this tonight, you got it.
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? That's what Nitro is all about. I think we have just signed a match between Diamond Dallas Page and Bret Hart tonight, live here on TNT and Nitro for the United States title. Hartford, Connecticut is on fire, and so are you. All right, we are back in New England, getting a little airtime here on WCW Monday Nitro. You know, we're a couple of months away from the fall foliage, but let's bring out the leader of the flock. Please welcome to Connecticut, Raven.
Oh, that's got to be good. This is Okerlund's first time talking to Raven?
Well, a couple of times before, but...
Well, make no mistake, he's the one with the tattoos and the body piercing, and you're not.
After this, it may be nevermore.
Raven, before we go any further, I've got to confront you regarding what I saw this past Saturday on WCW Saturday Night on our sister station, TBS. Hey, wait a second, Horace.
Hey, Raven, you make me sick to my stomach.
What is this all about?
For the last 4 months, I have done nothing but watch your back and help you win matches. You haven't done nothing for me or anybody in the flock. Now, for the last 2 weeks, I have beat the living dog out of you into this ring, and apparently it hasn't gotten through to you. So tonight, I want you one more time so I can beat some sense into that crybaby head of yours.
Hey, I didn't even get the first question out, but apparently you can respond to this.
If you'd like a match with me, that's fine. Except we'll do it under Raven's rules, which means it'll be a tag match this time, and I'll pick the partners. And for your partner, I'll give you Canyon. And for my partner, since he might as well get used to being subservient to me again, I'll pick Saturn.
Wait a minute, that doesn't jive. Come on, Raven. Who are you trying to pull my leg? These people know better than that. Or do they?
You're out of your mind. There's no way I'm teaming with you. Forget it.
What are you, scared to face Canyon and Horace?
Whoa, wait a second.
I'll team with you. I'll stand in your corner, and the second you reach for a tag, I'll knock your head off.
Wait a minute. James Dillon, Canyon, you're here. Maybe you can shed some light on all of this. Saturn, come on back.
All right, what I'm hearing is a verbal commitment from you, a verbal commitment from you. You're shaking your head yes, and I've heard a verbal commitment from you. So we have, as far as I'm concerned, an official tag team match that is going to take place tonight. We're going to see it. But hold on a minute. This talk about slapping your own partner, we've had enough of that. If any of you causes your own partner to lose in this match, you're going to be suspended from WCW for 90 days.
Get out of here, JJ. 90 days, that's kind of...
And furthermore, I'm going to instruct the referee assigned to this match tonight that it can only end by a submission or a pinfall. We're tired of this. We want to see a winner.
How about that? Tonight, J.J. Dillon? Yes, tonight. Raven, Saturn, Horace, Canyon. That's coming up here on TNT. Don't go away. Big night, Monday nights on WCW Monday Nitro. Tony?
Well, Gene, guys, I mean, it is coming at us literally right and left here tonight. The big announcements, the big things that are going down for this program. Let us catalog them right now. Raven and Saturn in a few moments will face Canyon and Horace. Bret Hart has already agreed to defend the U.S. title live tonight against Diamond Dallas Page. We already knew about Goldberg going up against the Giant here tonight live. We also, listen to this guy, Eddie Guerrero will meet Conan in the Wolfpack one-on-one later on in this program. And then, not to be outdone, there is some major surprise that Diamond Dallas Page has for Hollywood Hogan. A man that he's contacted, a man that apparently, if I heard him right, is here tonight. And we're going to have that later on here tonight on this program.
Wow, we have some ground to cover this evening, don't we? What a lineup this evening on Nitro. And what about DDP's plan to mess with the man, Hollywood Hogan?
But what about a surprise? That's the key ingredient. That's the mystique, the common denominator. And there he goes. I'd much rather watch AC Jazz do this.
I bet you would. Well, here is Alex Wright.
Blue-eyed little goddess. Not him.
Yeah, let's clarify that, Larry.
Yeah, please, Larry.
I just did.
Okay.
I mean, I know they've been chanting your name all evening, and we've seen Hartford, Connecticut evolve into Larryland,
They can chant all they want. No one cares about Dusty Rhodes and his stupid threatening gag order.
Well, that's apparent no one here does. Now here is Alex Wright. He and the Disco Inferno to meet High Voltage in this tag team match here. And what could this be? Well, fans, the only thing I can tell you, it's live. We're in Hartford. Anything can happen. And according to DDP, according to going through that Rolodex, Hollywood Hogan's going to be in for the shock of his life. And it's all going to come down here tonight, live on this program, along with Goldberg and the Giant.
I tell you again, warning to Goldberg, I want that man to stay the heavyweight champion forever as far as I'm concerned, but Hogan made it clear they will be watching the Giant's back. That's a threat.
Now, I'm still trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together as far as Diamond Dallas Page and that big surprise. He flew out west. He talked about the record between Hogan and this man being, well, what did he say? Hogan was 0-1 against this individual. Now, that's a pretty select group right there.
Well, I tell you, Diamond Dallas has shocked us all. He pulled Cara Malone out. He's teamed with Jay Leno. He could have anybody.
This is like, can you top this?
He will.
And it's all on WCW Monday Nitro because tonight, as we said at the top of the program and as we talked about earlier, we are the only live wrestling program here tonight. And we're going to deliver. We are not going to have a 10-second main event like you're going to see elsewhere tonight in a program that was taped earlier. When we promote something, we're going to deliver and give you the match that you wanted to see and give you action that you wanted to see. Not 10 seconds worth or 12 seconds worth like you're going to get later on tonight on another network. Into the rope.
Hey, he nailed him. Pay Disco, he better focus because all that movement he has is going to get crushed here by High Voltage.
Well, High Voltage, as we expected, going to the power game. Good quick tags. First it was Rage taking advantage of Disco Inferno. Now the tag into Chaos. Ooh, but he telegraphed that back body drop. That's the opening for Disco and Alex Wright.
There's a nice movement there. Chaos just pushed him over to his corner. Pull him down.
Up on top, and a great move.
He made the tag to Rage, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the legal man. Oh,
wait.
The monster is back.
And he's hungry.
Tongan death grip applied to Alex Wright.
You never know when this crazy man's gonna hit. And the other three men, I don't think, realize what's about to happen to them. Now they do. Rage down. Chaos. Chopped down like a big Charter Oak from Hartford. Come on.
Who's going to stop him? That's the question.
Well, we've seen this pattern develop before. When Ming hits the ring, there are soon to be bodies laying everywhere. Tongan death grip applied to Chaos.
Well, he eliminated the security force last week. I don't see them running in.
The referee just trying to count. And Rage came back in. He's going to get the Tongan death grip as well.
Who's going to control this guy?
It's random attacks that we've seen. And we're seeing it here. A man, get out of his face.
I wouldn't stand there. He doesn't know what the guy's even saying.
I think he knows now.
That's the universal language, that Tongan death grip applied to our official Billy Silverman, who goes down. More security have hit the ring. Good luck.
Oh, it's the Tongan death grip on a member of WCW security.
Here comes Morgan.
Oh, they've got Mace.
It's like pepper spray or mace right into the eyes.
Like eye drops to Ming. He thinks it's allergy relief.
I believe he does.
It had no effect. Almost challenging him to spray it in his eyes.
He uses that for deodorant.
Can you believe what we're witnessing here? Nothing. No man. No object. Nothing can stop Ming. We'll be back. Before we go to the next match, I want to remind you, next Monday, we're going to be at the United Center in Chicago for WCW Monday Nitro. Tickets available at the box office and Ticketmaster. On Monday, August 31st, we return to Miami in the Miami Arena. Tickets at the box office and Ticketmaster. And then on Monday, September 14th, the Bi-Lo Center in Greenville, South Carolina. Tickets at all Bi-Lo stores, select Bi-Lo store locations, and at the Greenville Municipal Stadium. And I had a chance this Saturday to be in Greenville, the opening of ticket sales, meeting a lot of the fans, being there with Fire and Tigress and the Nitro Girls. Had a great time, and I tell you, Greenville, South Carolina is ready for WCW Monday Nitro.
Wait a minute, Eddie Guerrero is scheduled for a matchup here against Conan.
We talked about that. We talked about that match happening twice tonight. We said Eddie against Conan twice tonight, and now
he's not dressed to wrestle.
Yeah, that's right. Unscheduled interview. Hey, production, don't even think about going to a commercial. If not, I might go say my piece at some other show. Yeah, that's right, Eric. Do I got your attention now, Eric Bischoff? I can't get it in the back. Huh? I try and go in there and talk to you about business and I get screamed at and kicked out. Well, if this is what I gotta do to get your attention, Eric Bischoff, then this is what I'm gonna do. Fire me, do whatever it takes. I could give a you-know-what, Eric. Eric Bischoff, time in and time out. For 1 whole year, I have been coming here to work just to be mistreated by you and very much unappreciated, Eric. On the road, on TV, I give you my 100%. I give all these people my 100%, whether they like me or whether they don't. I give you the best show there is, and you know it. And you cannot give me the time of day in the back to listen to what I have to say to you, Eric, well, I could give a damn. Because you know what? I don't care anymore, Eric Bischoff. You got a lot of young talent here in WCW, and all you do is hold us down for people that you pay a lot of money to and that you have way up here. Well, I don't care, Bischoff, anymore. I don't care about these people. I don't care about nothing anymore, Eric. You have driven me to that. Eric Bischoff, this has nothing to do with you people. This is personal between me and you, Eric. I come to work with my heart, and all you do is step on it. And I'm tired of it. You hold me down, you've held me down. And from now on in, Eric, see, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something personal you got against me. Whatever it is, Eric, I don't know. I mean, what is it about me that you have against me that you keep me from stepping up the ladder in this profession? What is it about me? I mean, you got me tied down, Eric, in my contract, and I could give. I'm telling you this right now, okay? And I'm saying this for any other guy that wants to come out here and speak his mind that's being held down. If you got the, you know what, come out here and say it like I am. Eric Bischoff, I'm telling you this face to face, boy, because I can't get your attention. Other way, not face to face, let me say, on national TV, in front of all these people, I'm coming out. And the only reason I haven't come out any sooner is for two reasons. Chavo Jr., I love you, man. You're my blood, and I'll never let that go. You're one of the reasons I haven't said anything about what I'm doing tonight. And the other reason is because I have two kids and a wife that I have to support. Well, you know what? If losing my dignity means having to put up with WCW, NWO, red, black, or white, or whatever the hell it is, I don't care. So Eric Bischoff, I'm telling you this right now. I want out of my contract, no matter what it takes, who I gotta speak to, or what it is, okay? And here, let me save you some time, Eric Bischoff. I'm throwing coffee on myself. As far as I'm concerned, Eric Bischoff, you can take this job and shove it up your you-know-what.
Don't look at me.
I obviously, we're not going to have a match. He's got his bag. And we have never witnessed anything such as that in the history of this program.
I mean, I can sympathize with Eddie's animosity towards Eric Bischoff, but I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, it's just personal issues, obviously, that have become public. You can just sense the level of frustration in the voice of Eddie Guerrero.
There's obviously going to be no match here, but fans still to come tonight. Goldberg, the giant one-on-one, and what big surprise is in store for Hollywood? Come on back, we'll find out anytime.
Arn, this is the last time, the last plea I'll ever make. Please, do not let the Horsemen die.
This is shaping up to be one of the biggest nights we've had in many, many months, many years in pro wrestling. Still to come in the remaining 2 hours of this live telecast. Diamond Dallas Page will go after Bret the Hitman Hart for the United States title. We are also going to see Goldberg in the giant collide for the world title. In his DDP forecast, through his Rolodex, he has found the man. And that shocker, that surprise, whoever it may be, will come out to confront Hollywood Hogan here on this program live tonight, Mike Tenay.
Well, Tony, I can tell you that the internet has been absolutely rife with speculation over the course of the past couple of days about a major player, a major surprise tonight at Nitro. If that is the case, if that is the man that Diamond Dallas Page is talking about, his plan to mess with Hollywood Hogan, this could be the biggest Nitro ever.
Well, I tell you what, whatever Diamond Dallas said in the past, he's made happen. No no reason he's going to let us down tonight. I can't wait to see what Diamond Dallas has up his sleeve.
And through all of that, we still have this weird, bizarre tag team match that Raven and Saturn, you heard me right, Raven and Saturn will be a team in against Kanyon and Horace.
Yeah, Saturn made his feelings clear. JJ came in and threw a whole wrench in the cogs of Saturn. I mean, Saturn has to tag Raven if Raven comes to make the tag.
Yeah, this is a case of Raven's rules, and as J.J. Dillon mentioned, if you cause your partner to lose in this matchup, you will be hit with a 90-day suspension by the WCW Executive Committee. One other factor to keep in mind, the winner of this matchup will be determined by either submission or pinfall. We're going to have a winner in this tag team matchup.
They're already at each other's throats out there.
You know, Mike, going back to, before this match gets underway, going back to what we've heard throughout the week about on the internet, on the hotlines, and all the reports we've heard about who this person may be, certainly piques our interest. And we don't want to speculate, much like the internet does all the time, but we certainly want to say that any time now we may be in for the biggest announcements ever. Here we go, match underway. And quickly, how about that? We almost had a 3-count.
I tell you, the tensions between Saturn and Raven almost boiled over right there. Saturn pushed Raven over. Now, he's got to come in the ring here. It's Raven rules with a pinch of J.J. Dillon.
Here we got the disparity that we talked about, and we knew what happened.
Now get out!
I mean, you could just see the hatred and hear it from the voice of Saturn in the facial expressions there.
I know, it's like a married couple.
Speak for yourself. Side headlock.
I'm not speaking for me.
Into the ropes. Ducking low. Watch out, he caught him. You know, Kanyon has been the innovator of many great new moves, but oh my.
There's an old standard, and that was picture perfect.
Belly to belly, overhead release suplex by Saturn. Immediately, Horace comes into the ring, and he's T-boned back into the corner.
And the Horace is the man that began all of this.
Caught him sleeping.
Because he wanted Raven in the ring one more time. Remember, it was on WCW Saturday night where Raven came out. Remember, he came out and he browbeat every member of the Flip to the point where Horace didn't come out for his next match. So you can, good move. Great teamwork, as a matter of fact, by Horace and Kanyon. Here's a cover.
Well, couldn't hold. I tell you, so far, excellent teamwork, and that's the problem Saturn and Raven are going to have. You know, tag teams have to make a lot of tags, have to use ring positioning, have to trust each other 100%, and that does not exist in the team of Raven and Saturn.
Well, that's absolutely impossible. The way these two have been rivals for so long, how are they going to be able to trust each other?
Kanyon, basic straight-ahead kicks to the gut that time will send him in. Caught him in midair. That's a lot of power right there, guys. And great anticipation as well. Look at this. Running backbreaker by Kanyon. And Kanyon will make a cover. But only get a 2 count, enable the right shoulder to get up. So far, no effort from Raven even to extend an arm for a tag, and you knew this would happen. It would be basically 2 singles men wrestling as a tag team. Well, look at this.
There's one way to help out his partner.
Just as soon as I said that, Raven comes through with a great move.
Yeah, you'll be good for about 10 seconds.
Just about like our opponents tonight. Can you imagine? 2 top stars going in the ring and only giving them 10 seconds.
Don't blink.
Oh, well, that's them. Oh, boy. Full of hype. Nothing inside. Here is a kid. Russian leg sweep.
A series. This is number 3.
How about it?
I tell you, Raven's going to town. Good aggressive moves right there, one after the other. Nice combinations, but he's not pinning the man. He could have him here.
There's a method to his madness, though, Larry.
I think he's just plain madness.
Obviously did not want to get a win. Walked coldly towards Horace, stared into the eyes of Horace. And now as Kanyon expends all the energy to pull himself back up, he tries to kick him down again. Makes a tag, and We get our first exchange without bickering going on between Raven and Saturn. And now Saturn following up with lethal blows and a backhand chop. Oh my goodness, you can feel, you can hear that one.
Right in the side of the head.
So many ways that Saturn can take a man apart.
Very brutal individual, Tony.
He stares at Raven, who refuses to look at it. Looks down as the tag is made. In the back of the head. Snapmare takeover. Raven.
He's got Kanyon down. Where is he? Getting that chair.
Raven's rules. Remember, as you said, must be pinfall or submission. A pickup. Oh my goodness, is he gonna? Look at this.
He's holding on for dear life.
He's gonna try really kind of like, what, bulldog him or DDT him on the chair. And Raven got the chair head first.
Great counter that time by Kanyon, taking Raven by the back of the head, driving him face first into the steel chair.
Look at the difference. Horace is jumping up and down. He's dying to get in, and Saturn's on the other side, almost looking disgusted. Not excited to get in it all here. There you go.
Amazing that these athletes.
Well, I know down deep inside, Saturn does not want to lose.
Certainly doesn't. And here comes Horace. He wants Raven. That's all he's ever wanted. He didn't even really want to go to this tag team match.
Nail him in the corner right there.
So he's taking out all his anguish on Raven, set him in hard. Horace with a great move, power slamming that one too, but could not hold him down for 3.
Horace finally gets his shot at the man who, in his own words, makes me sick. That's the leader of the flock, Raven.
I think he's not the only one that feels that way as Horace goes up. Horace up on top. Big splash, cover, 1, 2, and Saturn makes a save.
Yeah, Kanyon didn't like it, but the save was made.
You're not kidding, and they're pairing off here. Functioning as a team, although they despise each other, and Raven and Kanyon thrown very hard together.
And functioning as a team, even though they're going to go head-to-head at Fall Brawl in a one-on-one matchup. Those two men.
Raven and Saturn again thrown together. Oh! Inadvertent as it may have been, that one hurt.
Inadvertent but effective.
1, 2. Oh! Saturn makes a save again. Every time we see Raven, Kanyon, Saturn members will clock in, the match becomes more bizarre and unpredictable. More, and look at this double team. Oh, what a double team move. 1, 2. He kicked out.
2.5, he's out.
He kicked out.
Horace and Kanyon got to be getting frustrated here. They've hit him with everything. Great tag teaming, and still can't hold Saturn down. I'm telling you, this guy will die before he loses.
Look at that, he could barely stand up, but he had enough fortitude to kick out. Tag, exchange, Kanyon and Horace. Look, he can't even stand. They try to double whip him to the left side, Larry. Nothing left.
Got nothing left, he's crawling. This is their opportunity here. They can get their tag team together in this right here. Kanyon's got him up. Where's Horace going?
He's going out. As from way up top, he dropped him face first from over the shoulders. Stop sign is in.
Hey, Saturn's in trouble.
Kanyon hit the flapjack, and now Horace with the stop sign.
Wrong man, wrong time, into the Death Valley driver.
Right on the back of the neck.
It's over. Wow, what a tag team match that was. 4 men really giving it everything. And in the end, the misdirected stop sign, the Death Valley driver, believe it or not, you can say it, Saturn and Raven together with a win. Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second. The man could barely stand up a moment ago. And now the even flow.
Hey, the best thing in the world, just let the two of them at each other and be done with it.
Directing the flock to continue the carnage.
Oh, look at this. Kidman steps in and he gets an even flow for his trouble.
Kidman tried to stop it.
He's the only one with any sense here now, but look at Riggs and Sick Boy. And now Horace. Horace pulled him off. Horace pulled him off. And Horace has a full Nelson slam on. And now he attacks Horace. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm a legend and I don't know.
They all deserve each other is all I can say. Each and every one of them. The only one standing besides Raven was Sick Boy. I think Riggs kind of just got out of the way. Well, Sanders and Raven will meet as we take a look at our Bengay Ultra Strength Bengay replay.
I tell you, they're all gonna need it. There was bodies everywhere. Started here with Horace with the stop sign, then Saturn came in, look at picked up Horace, dumped him right on the back of his neck. That's gonna need some heat, and right there, pulls up the leg. 1, 2, and finally it ends, but carnage continues.
Bizarre as it may sound, Horace stepped in and then I guess the mind power of Raven took over. Ultra Strength Bengay. Hey, it's the strongest Bengay ever. Back with more live from Hartford. We got a lot going on. Come on back with us. Fans, we're back and oh my. This place is rocking now. Wolfpack in the house. And not by coincidence though, Bobby the Brain Heenan is as well.
I'm in the house, is right.
As the Wolfpack makes its way to the ring, and we never know what to expect. There's K-Dog. Want to give you a program note that tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, TNT will offer an all-star action event with the network premieres, Masters of the Martial Arts, presented by Wesley Snipes. It's a 2-hour special that honors the Grandmasters in the field of martial arts, as well as featured guest stars from film and competitions unparalleled in the world. And of course, Wesley Snipes will star in the upcoming New Line feature Blade, and that'll all be tomorrow night. Right here on TNT, the only network to bring you live Monday wrestling every Monday. Well, they love the Wolfpack, and you know why. They have the athletes that perform, such as Luger, Sting, Nash, K-Dog, Macho Man, even though he's on the shelf, and mean what they say what they mean, whatever cliche you want to use. These men have performed over the years, Rain. That is why the fans cheer them on.
No doubt about it. Kevin Nash is one big man, big sexy, the giant killer. Everyone here in Hartford, they're behind the Wolfpack.
Don't forget, 3 men.
Hartford, Connecticut. Right here, the Wolfpack is most definitely in the...
But only 3 men will go to War Games on the Wolfpack team.
We know one of them is the captain, Kevin Nash.
War Games is coming up with 3 teams, and I've been there, done that, and loving the idea of doing it again. The only thing different this time that makes it much, much sweeter is I'm running with the pack, and I'm red and black for life.
Yo, let me speak on this. ¡Órale! ¡Arriba la raza! Yo, you know the black and white be talking about that for life, but I want everybody to know, nosotros somos unos vatos locos forever. But more importantly than that, Hartford and the Wolfpack is Bowdy and... Take it to him, Papa.
Sweet to be back in Connecticut! Short and sweet. War Games. I'm gonna make a little prediction. War Games will be the end of the black and white as we know it. So Hall, Hogan, if you got what it takes, I'll tell you right now, if you don't run with the pack, be prepared to be hunted by the pack. And since this has been plagiarized so many times, but you know what? When I say it, it means so much more. The Wolfpack is just too
The Wolfpack always having a great time, always enjoying the fan support. And you can put any combination of those three men, and they are going to be a force. One of those three men could win War Games, could go on to face Goldberg for the world title at Halloween Havoc. The one man remaining will get that shot coming up on September 13th at Fall Brawl.
That's truly going to be a representative group upcoming at the War Games, no matter who the Wolfpack chooses.
And no matter, tonight on this program, Bobby the Brain Heenan, the word is out. It's Goldberg. It's the Giant one-on-one. Obviously, the biggest challenge for Goldberg on this program to date.
And what did Hulk Hogan say? He was going to be watching the Giant's back.
Watching the Giant's back is what Hollywood
Well, Goldberg better realize what he's dealing with here. He's just not getting in the ring with a man 7'4", well over 500 pounds. He's fighting probably the whole black and white. Because you know the mentality of Bischoff and Hogan, they will win at anyone's expense.
But who is the element, the surprise element? Who is the man that Diamond Dallas Page is talking about? Apparently any time now we're going to find out. Diamond Dallas Page, the leader of the WCW team, has a shocker for Hollywood Hogan, Mike, today.
Tony, everywhere you turn in the past couple of days, there's been rumors, there's been innuendo, there's been speculation. I think we're going to find out this evening DDP's big surprise for Hollywood Hogan. Let's see what materializes.
Don't forget DDP and Bret the Hitman Hart as well to go one-on-one for the U.S. title. Dean Malenko and Kurt Hennig in a rematch from WCW Saturday night, a whole lot more. But right now, we go back to action as we continue with wrestling, as you have come to expect and come to know here on WCW Monday Nitro. It's amazing. Either side of the spectrum. We hear the Wolfpack music and the fans erupt. We hear the black and white theme music and the fans boo. And I tell you, when you look at the stout men, the strong men, the most feared men in our sport, NWO Hollywood Black and White really have a prize right here. And a man with the demeanor, the man with the ability of Scott Flash Norton.
What a force he is, a powerful force. And Scott Flash Norton, who has been, well, running up quite a winning streak as of late, using, of all things, the power bomb to destroy his opponents, has Scott Putski in his sights this evening on Nitro.
Well, as you know, Scott Flash Norton is a mercenary. He'll do anything for money. He'll beat up anybody for money. Probably one of the toughest, well, probably the 10 toughest men ever in this sport. Take a lot of punishment, that man.
Yeah, and that's just the type of athlete that Hollywood Hogan likes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a thug that'll protect him, that'll back him up, that has the ability to run right through him. Now, the opponent, Scott Putski, there's a second-generation star who's trying his best to get Scott Norton down. Great move, but look at Norton pop right back up.
No effect with that neck breaker from Scott Putski, and then Putski walks right into a Norton power slam.
He's just so powerful, like you say, Mike, and so awesome. The size of this man.
Ducking low, Scott Putski, good move, but look at him come back up. And he just shrugged that drop kick off.
Nothing.
And Putski's a stout man himself, guys.
Well, like you said, second generation, tremendous physique, but this man Norton is just so awesome, so powerful.
Look at the force and the intensity. And he wrestles with it. He picked him up with ease. has destroyed Scott Putski in near record time here.
They're going down.
My goodness. The man is almost unstoppable.
He's constantly mean. Oh, he's got a chip on his shoulder. Look at the power of this man. Picks up Putski, drives him to that mat. Scott Norton is so powerful, so strong, and just so mean. Look at those eyes. Your winner, Scott Flash Norton, member of the Black and White NWO.
Dismantles Scott Putski, and yes, another thug, another man to help out Hollywood Hogan. Will he be in War Games? And what's the surprise from DDP? Come on back with us.
Now you want to reunite the Horsemen. Let me tell you something, you little sawed-off punk. Whoa. You want to be a man? 1,001 holds. Second-generation wrestler. You think you got what it takes to be a Horseman? I don't.
So much is happening so quickly here. I want to remind you very quickly, this week, of course, Thunder on a Thursday night, 8:05 on TBS. Thunder will come your way in 2 weeks on a Wednesday night, Wednesday, August 26th, from the Civic Center in Peoria, Illinois. Tickets available all usual locations. And then Thursday, September 10th, Thunder from the Rupp Arena, Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. Tickets available at the arena box office and all usual ticket locations for Thunder the next couple of weeks. And here they come.
Again.
I think they've come out to answer the call from DDP.
What a power.
Maybe to have something to say about what Scott Norton just did. Because I tell you, if it's me, and I know how Hollywood thinks, kind of, I want Scott Norton beside me everywhere I go. The man is just so
don't cheat on this, friends.
Incredible. Wonder if Bischoff's going to respond to what Eddie Guerrero said.
You never know what Bischoff's going to do.
And what about the surprise from Diamond Dallas Page? Haven't seen it yet.
Well, he hasn't let us down yet when it's come to a surprise.
No, he hasn't. All right. Very interesting to see exactly what is said here. And how they approach all that's gone down tonight. And as you said,
hey.
Now, hold on.
And to my brother down here, I already am the president.
I love me. Well, I guess everybody realizes by now, NWO Hollywood don't play no more stinking games. You know, as far as J.J. Dillon coming out here, trying to put a wrinkle in our plans with War Games, well, brother, it would be an honor to get in the ring, take care of the red and black NWO, the WCW, all at one time, all of yesterday's garbage like Kevin Nash and Diamond Dallas Page. But let me tell you something, boys. Hollywood's gonna be your champion, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna be the man that takes wrestling into the new millennium with a gold around my waist because it's mine. And Diamond Dallas Page, you beat up, ugly-looking creep. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to etch the lesson on your forehead, brother, because you don't make no stinking rules around here. You don't bring no opponents to the table, brother. Mr. Bischoff is the boss. He's the master. He signs all the documents. And Diamond Dallas Page, you couldn't get it done. You couldn't bring anybody even if you had to, brother. And by the way, who is out there that Hollywood can't handle, brother? Who is out there that Hollywood can't put under his thumb? The god of wrestling or something? Well, sorry that you didn't recognize me without my sandals on, Page. But I'm the man. I always will be. There's not a wrestler I can't beat to win my belt back. There's not a war that I can't win to get my belt back. And there's not a warrior in the world that I can't beat to get my belt back. Because I'd be...
Uh-oh.
We having a power surge here?
Who knows? I don't like this.
Fans, I'm sorry, I don't.
Target is scoped and locked for destruction. Take this target out.
What is this? I don't know. Just a silhouette of a man that we see right now. But would you listen to the fans? And look at the face of his bottom lip is quivering.
Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah, the fans recognize him, and so does Hogan.
And so do we. In all my years, I never believed I would ever see this.
I can't believe it.
Unmistakable. It's the Warrior.
There's only one, and that's him. Talk to me, Warrior!
Look at Hogan.
Feel the real power, Hogan!
I thought you were dead. Who holds the absolute power now? Hollywood Hogan! Unleash that racing voice, Warriors!
This is the last thing in the entire universe that Hogan ever expected. And you can see it. I never saw him shake before, but Hogan was shaking.
Seems as if no formal introduction is going to be necessary. Actually, it even seems as if there are those who anticipated my arrival.
Well, they're glad he's here.
I think he's scared to death. I think he wants to make amends. He's doing everything. Look at this. He took off. He wants him to join him. He wants him to join him.
There's the act of a coward right there.
What is that smell? You might want to use that to clean up the mess you just made all over yourself. You need to open your eyes and ears. Take control of the limited ability you have to understand the words I am about to say. For years, I have watched while this industry, with you as its figurehead, has tried to recreate what is simply unrecreatable. I have heard, listened to all the innuendos and speculation that something Ultimate or Warrior may soon reappear. Welcome to the reappearance. Those things, Hogan, which are irreplaceable, whether they be peoples, places, or things, are never forgotten. You are witnessing that right now.
Hogan is visibly shaken.
He is speechless. Has no idea where to go, what to say, what to do next. And the fans here are into it.
He's at a loss for words.
Bischoff looks sick.
History tells us, Hogan, let's talk about something he doesn't know.
Bingo.
History tells us, Hogan, that a man's legacy is built from the premise that within his life, the moments lived, once lived, become a piece of his history. Somehow, you have conveniently, even eloquently, misplaced pieces of your history. In the one-time epical battle between us, Hogan, you were the quintessential influence of what was good, great, and heroic. But different than you may remember, and albeit you may have beaten myths, legends, giants, and other great men, you never beat a warrior.
He's right up in his face.
Right in his soul is what he is.
And certainly not the Ultimate One. As the victor of that one-time battle, I defeated what was, until then, undefeatable. I conquered what was then unconquerable. I dominated what was, until then, indomitable. On that day, you were great. I was ultimate. Let me introduce myself to those two fools that stand behind you. Let's see. This dude must be your barber. And who are you, little man?
are you?
Introduce yourself here.
You know who I am. My name is Eric Bischoff, and I run this company, and who invited you?
Different than you want to make people believe. I never received an invitation. I showed up on my own accord. And let me tell you, Mr. Eric Bischoff, if you stick your nose in my business, you only very quickly prepare for your own demise. Furthermore, when I get done with my business here, I'm going to be sending you a bill. I suggest you pay it. I have waited patiently. The Warriors have waited all too patiently. Now, the virtue of justice unties my hands so that I can continue to fulfill a destiny set in motion upon that memorable day years ago. A destiny at the next level. A destiny beckoning the next superhero. There really is no sadder sight than when a grown man fears the challenges in his life so much that he rationalizes adolescent behavior to the point where he carries out heinous and self-indulgent actions. Your evilness, the evilness you embody and portray, is intolerable. I am the one that has the power to destroy you. Its source, Hogan, the truth is inexhaustible. I come here not to beat you up tonight, Hogan. Beating you means nothing anymore. Everybody already has.
Now to Hogan, that hurts.
No. That's too easy. Because you felt guilty for being who you were. Your mind became weak and Hulkamania became boring. I come here, Hogan, to tell you next week I intend to launch a revolution not even you can control. I ask you to find the courage. Check it out. Next week, same Warrior time, same Warrior place, same Warrior channel.
He has vanished, ladies and gentlemen, in one of the most mind-boggling and incredible displays that we've ever witnessed on this program. The Warrior has literally vaporized before our eyes.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
There's never been anything like this in our sport. Look at the sign. Don't you dare touch that dial. Fans, we welcome you back, and moments ago, this was the ending to what I consider a defining moment in the history of professional wrestling. The Warrior came out, and in a flurry, literally evaporated. And with it, I'm sure he grabbed some of the soul of Hollywood. It was the last thing that we expected. Obviously, the last thing Hollywood Hogan expected. And
well, you heard what he said. He said, "I thought you were dead." He never expected to see the Warrior in the ring, let alone in the building, let alone look at him eye to eye.
Well, fans, Diamond Dallas came out and he said he had a shocker for Hollywood Hogan. And I can only assume that was the shocker.
He got me.
Yeah, DDP told us that he had a plan to mess with the man, and he didn't let us down, did he?
There was a lot of messes going on out there, many of which came on behalf of Hollywood Hogan. But yes, if that is the man he's talking about, and we can only put two and two together and say that is it, then it seems as if WCW has yet another team member for War Games.
Oh, is it going to be something? Hogan, sell your trunks and get some Depends.
And take a deep breath. What a night. We got more to come. Well, Monday, August 17th, 1998 will go down as one of the most memorable nights in the history of professional wrestling, because it was on this night, a mere moments ago, that the Warrior came out of literally nowhere, walked out of the past of Hollywood Hogan, walked into the ring, confronted Hogan, and then vanished into thin air. And I'm sure Hogan, I'm sure the entire NWO Black and White quivering right now, wondering if this was a figment of their imagination or if it really happened. And I can tell you, it really happened. The Warrior has arrived and mentioned that next week begins the revolution. And you can dub this one NWO Hollywood Under Siege.
That was no fantasy, Tony. That was reality.
Oh, brain.
Hogan was at a loss for words. He was quivering. His jaw dropped wide open. Bischoff, you could see his knees through his pants there shaking. I've never seen anything like that. What an entrance and what a departure. Wherever he went.
Startling was what it was. And once again, we're putting two and two together here and thinking about War Games, thinking about the WCW team on the 13th of September. Warrior teaming with DDP to be a part of Team WCW.
Against the two NWO factions, first time ever that the War Games event is going to have three separate teams.
With one man left standing, and that one man will go on to face Goldberg for the world title the following month at Halloween Havoc in Las Vegas. Well, here we go. This is a return bout from WCW Saturday Night with Curt Hennig of NWO Hollywood and Dean Malenko. And as Curt Hennig goes out and stalls, we're going to take our next commercial break and have the match in its entirety right after this timeout. Stay with us. Hennig still on the outside, and well, we're back live, and Dean Malenko's had enough. You know, we've talked a lot about Fall Brawl and about War Games. Remember, it was almost a year ago when Hennig and his big charade dismantled the Horsemen as all part of what happened at War Games.
Just more proof that Curt Hennig and Rick Rude are absolute mercenaries. At that point in time, they were members of the Four Horsemen. From there, they went to the NWO Wolfpack, now part of NWO Hollywood, the Black and White.
Woof. Malenko wanted to get in there, and Hennig's going to oblige here. He's taking the man apart on the outside. Well, fans, take a breath here. I know you're stunned, you're shocked. None as much as Hollywood Hogan And I just wonder what the talk is in the NWO Hollywood locker room area right now. If there's any talk at all. They may all be sitting around a circle looking down at the floor.
Either that or they're trying to talk Hogan down off the roof.
Well, I'm sure they're momentarily stunned, but you know the NWO black and white. Not going to take long for them to get a game plan. Cover by Malenko, only two.
What could have been going on in Hogan's mind when he saw the Warrior appear? That had to be the biggest shock in that man's life.
And then thinking about next week here on Nitro, when the Warrior promises that he's going to launch a revolution.
Oh. Well, it'll be no average revolution, I'll guarantee you that. A revolution would be mild compared to what that man is capable of doing.
You know, and I tell you, my apologies to Malenko and to Curt Hennig, and we need to do justice to this match. These are two of the top caliber athletes in WCW, but it's really hard to even focus and concentrate on anything else that's gone down here.
And this place is a buzz. Everyone's talking to each other. Jam-packed here in Hartford, and they're talking about the man, the Warrior.
Of course, Warrior promised that he was going to unleash the absolute power as we see Rick Rude interfere from outside the ring. This is a return bout from Saturday night, as you mentioned, Tony, when Dean Malenko had that Texas Cloverleaf applied on Curt Hennig before Rick Rude interfered.
Oh! Spinning. The force of all of that on the neck of Dean Malenko. This has been a night for the ages. This has been a night to remember. This is what this has been. Back body drop up here in Connecticut. We've seen things that have been literally unbelievable. And we all have talked about the excitement of Fall Brawl as we're heading to War Games. Nothing like it's been turned up right now, fans.
Tony, and we still have Bret Hart against Diamond Dallas Page for the U.S. title, as well as the Giant and Goldberg for the world's heavyweight title yet to come tonight.
And what did Hogan say?
Hogan said that they were going to have plenty of backup in terms of the Giant. They were going to cover his back.
But that's before Hogan saw the Warrior. Now what's going through their minds in there?
They may lock themselves in the locker room, in their own locker room, let the Giant come out against Goldberg by himself. Regardless of what happens, it's going to be very interesting to see the reaction of NWO Hollywood and what happens with Goldberg and the Giant. Here's a cover, 1, 2 for the world title later on. One thing, though, of all the weird things and unpredictable events that have occurred tonight, one thing you can be sure of, foot to the face here by Hennig, and Hennig rocks the back of the neck. One thing you can be sure of, watch, midsection.
He's gonna get Hennig here. Yes.
Is that our main event is live and will go longer than the 10-second main event you would see if you watched their tape program later here tonight. Belly to back. Malenko's gonna go forward again here.
The man from Minnesota's going to Texas.
Putting on that Texas clover, leaving a smart move by Hennig to get to the ropes.
And look at that, Rick Rude back up on the ring apron.
Boy, Rude's a master. He knows exactly what to do and when to do it. First blow down, oh my goodness, on the neck of Rude. Double axe handle, staggered Malenko as Hennig checks with his longtime close friend Rude. Oh, Rude got the knee.
Did you notice how Curt signaled Rude?
Eye contact.
Yeah, and they're working as a team. They've worked as a team their whole lives.
And Rick Rude from the apron. And the Hennig Plex. This one's over.
He's got him.
It took two men. It took NWO Hollywood. It took the team. It took the unit. In the face of the incredible appearance by the Warrior to rebound and defeat Dean Malenko. Still to come tonight live. Goldberg defends against the Giant, all on TNT. get him. And how can you top what we've done already?
Stay tuned. Yeah, just stick around.
Because we got the two biggest titles in the world still up for grabs. The U.S. heavyweight title. Diamond Dallas and the champ, Bret the Hitman Hart, and then Goldberg and the Giant for the world title, all here tonight live. Man, and in the face of the startling, shocking appearance of the Warrior, we're gonna NWO Hollywood has the courage. This black and white unit has the courage to come out again.
Well, let's see which members are coming out.
Who's Granny?
Never trust a guy who looks like that with a rubber glove.
Oh my God! That is unbelievable!
It's amazing how this injury to Big Papa Pump has moved around his body. I think the biggest injury is between the ears.
It's a miracle of modern medical science, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And obviously, we got one of New England's finest surgeons out with him as well.
Cut the music!
To give us the lowdown.
Sit down and shut up. You know, Buff, as I look out in this crowd, I see a lot of sad faces. Because you can see that Big Papa Pump is hurt. But also, when I look out in that crowd, I see a bunch of idiots. Because they don't understand why I'm taped from my elbow to my knee. Tell them why you're taped like that. Well, you see, Buff, 2 weeks ago, in an unprovoked attack, my brother hit me in the elbow. And everybody knows that your elbow bone is connected to your shoulder bone, which is connected to your neck bone, which is connected to your hip bone. Is why my knee hurts. But see, you don't have to believe me. That's why I brought my doctor, Dr. Cecil Schwartz. This injury is serious, isn't it? Right on. You heard it from the greatest doctor in the United States. And as good as I look, what is that? Matter of fact, there's nobody that looks as good as I do. I could beat my brother with a half a body. But I will not, and I cannot go against my doctor's orders. Exactly. And not only that, Scotty, I want you to show the people out here, and I want you to try real hard, okay? I want you, for me and the people, to hold your arm up when I let it go. Come on now, you ready? Hold it up. See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? If you don't sit down and shut up, fat boy. Look, here's the whole point. Dr. Cecil Schwartz, the greatest doctor in the United States of America. Everybody's got him trying to be ready by September 13th at Fall Brawl. Now you know, like we know, since you're the greatest doctor in the world, that there's absolutely no way to determine whether or not Papa Pump is going to be ready September the 13th. Am I right? Of this year? Yeah, this year, Doc. Right on. See? That's what I'm saying. You just don't know about the human body. You gotta rest. This match is not gonna happen.
Somebody's a barking.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Get out of here.
You know, Scotty, I'm so sick of you and your girlfriend talking trash out here.
I'm going back to Detroit. I'm getting ready for this match on the 13th. And if you two can show up in a neck brace, a wheelchair, a gurney, whatever you can find. Because when you show up at Fall Brawl, I'm going to beat the hell out of you.
Hey, you want to do this right now, chump? Who?
No, I'm Fall Brawl. I'm going to show who's the better Steiner brother.
Come
and
on.
it's me. Steiner brother. I made the Steiner brothers famous. Ricky, you're going to feel the power.
Yeah, and you've torn them apart as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's on. September 13th, finally, Rick Steiner gets his hand, hopefully around the neck of Scott Big Papa Punk.
A doctor of what?
The Nitro girls are back out. Don't forget, for our fans in Winston-Salem, tickets for Fall Brawl now available at the LJB and Coliseum. Box office and all Ticketmaster locations. Monday or Sunday night, September 13th is the date. We'll also let you know that you can bring the excitement of WCW and NWO Wrestling home with our brand new Bashing Brawlers. You've seen some of these lifelike 21-inch soft body wrestlers at ringside. They're equipped with exclusive breakthrough power sense technology. 8 sensor zones allow the wrestlers to verbally react to the play action with appropriate comments recorded by the real wrestlers. You get it from Hollywood Hogan, Sting, Macho Man, and many others. Advanced Mug Root Beer presents our Nitro Party. Send your Nitro Party tapes to 1 TNN Center, P.O. Box 60, Atlanta, 30303. Mug Root Beer, the foam goes straight to your brain with our Nitro Party. Send your Nitro videotapes in. We have some great fans from the JCs down in Louisiana, New Iberia, Louisiana. Send their winning party tape in. Just to continue for a minute with the Bashing Brawlers, because we got so much to attend to here. Those Bashing Brawlers are in Hollywood Hogan, Sting, Macho Man, and DDP. Available at Toys R Us, Kmart, Walmart, KB Toys, and Target. And I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of them during the course of the night. That, by the way, that horse is not a Bashing Brawler. That's Pepe, who was, I guess, been all taped up, ready to ride now. Huh? Would someone else say something here besides me?
Happy trails to you.
Thank you very much. Time for a triangle match. Hey, there's Pepe's dad. And I don't mean Jericho. Saw Chavo Jr. come out, Jericho and Stevie Ray. Now, here's the lowdown, and we talked about it this past Thursday in Fargo, North Dakota on Thunder. Jericho is the TV champ.
It's now official?
Official, from what I can understand. That 30-day clause, remember, with Booker T, did not defend the title within 30 days.
Now he's got the belt.
Supposed to have been Chavo Jr. and Stevie Ray with the TV belt. Chavo Jr. attacked before he went to the ring by
Chris Jericho, which set up Chris Jericho against Stevie Ray, which I guess in the eyes of the WCW Executive Committee would almost have to be treated as, well, like a #1 contenders match.
Thanks for talking, Mike. You're exactly right. So, Jericho moves in. Jericho wins the World Television belt. He's the champ, and now we've got a triangle match.
They just said what I was going to say. What can I do now? I'll go get the car.
No, we want you to talk. We'll point to you, okay?
Thank you. This will be interesting.
Stevie Ray, Chavo Jr., Chris Jericho, 3 key figures. What's gone down with the World Television belt? It's very obvious that both of them want a piece of Jericho early in this matchup here.
Can't blame them for that. You know, the world's TV title at stake in this triangle match?
Yes, it is.
Looks like 2 against 1 here.
So the man who gets the pin, who gets one to submit, will walk away the television championship.
And the loser gets Pepe.
You have a fight on these hands. Oh, it's a lot of bickering going on. More bickering than wrestling here. Whoa, boy. Chavo.
See that? Jericho's just throwing him to the wolves.
Yeah, Chavo got wiped out.
Oh, why would Chavo side with Jericho in the first place?
He's nuts.
That's a good point.
Stevie Ray.
It's about to be airborne.
Look at that. Chavo down on Jericho. We are still reeling, and you know, during every commercial break, we've kind of taken our headsets off, talked amongst each other. No one on our staff can believe what we have seen tonight from the Warrior. And hey, it's for real. He's here.
And it seems like this was just chapter 1. He talked about launching the revolution starting next week on Nitro.
And we can only assume that he is that shocker, that surprise that DDP said, and will be a part of War Games on the 13th of September. 1, 2, we got a 2 count and almost got a 3.
We can get them together. Take it out. Take it out.
Why would anyone side with Jericho on anything, believe anything? Yeah.
Now Stevie Ray, he should just lay back, let those two go at it, and just pick up what's left. That's what he's doing.
Into the corner. No! Nailed him. Right cross. The cover. Boy, I tell you, you can see what has transpired between these three men. Fans, if you were listening moments ago when we told the story of this match, you know it yourself.
Look at that, Jericho in for the save, pulls him off, goes right back for the pin. And
now wait a second. Who would have got the pin that time? Would it have been the man on top or the man with the shoulder strap? They both go down.
Doesn't matter now.
No, it doesn't.
Well, but Jericho has to be concerned because what if Stevie Ray beat Chavo or Chavo beat Stevie Ray? They would win the World's TV title.
One of those matches like we've seen in triangle matches before where the champion could not even get involved in the pin and lose his belt tonight. The winner will be the champion.
They're both going off the top.
Oh, double missile drop kick.
A little bit of teamwork. Chavo, quick. First man up to try to make it. 1, 2, and Jericho ended all of that.
Well, very smart on Jericho's part. He doesn't want to lose the World's TV title that way.
Being hammered by Stevie Ray, first from behind, and now it's blatant chokehold. Jericho screamed at the referee to break the chokehold.
I think he was just screaming.
Good leapfrog, too. Referee went down hard. Referee in the wrong place, the wrong time. And Jericho, what was that?
Well, if it's anything like that object that he took out on Saturday night, he has a blackjack, and he just KO'd Jericho with it.
That's what he's got. And a sleeper hold. The Giant has come out. Remember, it was the Giant who chokeslammed Stevie Ray that gave Jericho the belt on Thunder.
Gonna do it again.
Whoa!
What power!
What a display of strength by the Giant. The chokeslam on Stevie Ray, bodies everywhere.
Now, whoever can cover Stevie Ray is going to be the television champion, what do you think? Listen to him chant Goldberg. That's to come tonight live on this program. But right now, bodies are down and Mickey J's doing it.
Mickey J's putting in a count.
If he can get the numbers straight, he got waffled pretty good there.
Up to 5 now.
Who's going to be the first man to get to their feet?
7!
It looks like it's going to be Chavo. Chavo's up.
Well, it was Chavo.
Jericho pulled down Mickey J. And Chavo was up. And he's over it. He's out. Chavo staggered up to his feet, but then fell out of the ring.
7!
Stevie Ray hasn't moved.
8! Hurry!
And Jericho's up. Up to 9. 10. Ring the bell is what Mickey J says. And he's going to raise the hand of Jericho. It was Chavo that got to his feet.
Now the King of All Loophole strikes again.
What a cowardly way to pull out the win. Chavo Jr. was to his feet, and Jericho knew it. He He pulls Mickey J down on top of him. Brain, Bobby, whatever you are.
I wasn't in the match. Look here. Stevie Ray's pulling something out of his pipe there. He's got like a black sap there. Boom, right between the eyes. Jericho's not going anyway. From out of nowhere, the Giant King comes into the ring, picks Stevie Ray up with one hand. Look at the power of this man. And drives him into that mat. Referee Mickey J, he's down. He don't know what's going on. Chavo did make it to his feet. Rolled out of the ring. But Jericho pulled the referee down. The referee couldn't see. As he turned around, there's no Chavo. Stevie Ray's out. Jericho's on his feet. He can only do what he has to do, and that's award the match. The winner is Chris Jericho.
Fans, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, TNT presents Masters of the Martial Arts, presented by Wesley Snipes. It's all on TNT here tomorrow night. Stay with us. Earlier tonight, we all witnessed the arrival and then the spectacular departure as the Warrior evaporated, disappeared,
vanished.
It was a moment that pro wrestling fans will never forget, much less the men in the ring, eye to eye with him, Hollywood Hogan and members of NWO Hollywood. Where'd he go?
I don't know, but isn't it great to see someone one-up Hollywood Hogan with those mind games, that disappearing, that vanishing act right before his very eyes?
Oh, that man, the Warrior, will play some mind games with you, believe me, and he'll come out on top.
Fans, the winner of Fall Brawl, and we're right now putting 2 and 2 together that the Warrior has entered his name in to be on Team WCW. The winner will face Goldberg at Halloween Havoc for the world title. Halloween Havoc is Sunday, October 25th at the MGM Grand. Tickets available at the box office and all usual ticket outlets. This coming Friday, tickets go on sale for Monday, September 21st. And we're back in New England at the Fleet Center in Boston for Monday Nitro. Tickets available this Friday, August 21st, at the box office in all Ticketmaster locations. Plus, you can meet the man you're seeing in the ring, Bret the Hitman Hart, Bobby Heenan, and Miss Elizabeth at Tower Records in Burlington that Friday, this coming Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. As Bret Hart makes his way in, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, DDP, Diamond Dallas Page is live. Great wrestling continues only on Nitro. Still to come tonight, Goldberg and the Giant for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yikes! And what a matchup this promises to be as Diamond Dallas Page makes the rounds here at the Civic Center in Hartford, Connecticut, on his way to the ring to challenge Bret Hart for the United States Heavyweight title. Bret Hart coming off 2 very grueling matches with Lex Luger in the course of the past week. He lost the United States Heavyweight title to Luger 1 week ago tonight, then regained the belt back on Thunder. But this is a return match from a little over a month ago in Salt Lake City, Utah. The WCW Executive Committee decided at that time that the 2 top contenders would fight for the U.S. title, Bret Hart, Diamond Dallas Page, and the NWO Black and White attacked brutally Diamond Dallas Page before the matchup. That allowed Bret Hart to beat a man that was merely a shell of himself that evening in Salt Lake City. Bret Hart, as a result, won the United States Heavyweight title over DDP. This is the return bout.
And Diamond Dallas Page wasting no time. Can you imagine putting Page and the Warrior on the same team?
Oh, I like it.
What a and who else? Who's going to be the third man? Not going to be Goldberg. I mean, he's the man laying in wait. Right now, the only thing Page is thinking about is winning the United States Championship here. Belly to belly on Hart.
Well, you're right. He's thinking about winning it because he went after him as soon as that bell rang. From the start, it's been all Diamond Dallas Page here. Tries to go for the diamond cutter, but didn't make it. Bret Hart, too smart, roll out of the ring. But he shouldn't have turned his back.
On the outside, you can see why DDP is angry from the story that you just told, Mike, today.
Oh, it's payback time here in Hartford.
This has been all Diamond Dallas. But get him in that ring. That's where you have to beat him, Diamond Dallas.
Rolls him in below. DDP giving chase. This is what it's all about on a Nitro Live, vying for a major championship. Already the intros of this match are longer than their entire main event match. A very cocky, very confident Bret Hart, though, now being bludgeoned by DDP. Up, down, great vertical suplex. Page making a cover. We know the Diamond Cutter is his forte, but Page showing us that he'll try to win the match any way at all. And that may be a long way away now from that low blow. Oh, what a great counter move to that low blow. Follow-up move, I should say, from that low blow by Bret Hart.
And did you see the whiplash effect when Diamond Dallas Page's head made contact with that top turnbuckle? Just snapped back.
Well, that's why they call this man the excellence of execution. He's been there before. He knows what to do. Takes every bit of that 5 count all the way to 4.5. Doing a good job, ref. Yeah,
right. Amazing. Page had hit Bret Hart with a variety of maneuvers and holds and everything legit, everything by the book. And then Bret Hart takes the advantage this way. Well, to each his own, but I think we have really unwrapped Bret Hart here in WCW, showing what type of man he really is.
Yeah, we know what he's all about. The manipulator, the master manipulator, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Well, he's in control right now. You notice early on in this match, Diamond Dallas went for that Diamond Cutter real early. Bret got out of that ring quick. He had to.
Inside cradle, and he almost beat him with it.
Almost.
Wow, what a great recovery by Diamond Dallas Page.
That showed you the tenacity of DDP, the never say die attitude that he brings to the ring. The fans draw to, the fans love. Hart picks him up, Russian leg sweep time. Got him down.
How would you like to see an x-ray of his body?
Oh, we got a 2. And now Bret Hart getting a little bit sideways, a little bit upset, a little bit unglued, if you will.
Well, you'll notice that about Bret Hart. He's a skilled technician in that ring, but when he can't get the 1, 2, 3 in a man after a couple tries, that's his fault. That's the biggest fault he has. He loses his attention.
In other words, when things aren't going his way, you'll see that level of frustration rise up as we just did.
Well, that's what you just said.
Backbreaker.
He won't give up, though. That man Diamond Dallas will not give up. He's too dumb.
Yeah. Oh, Brain, it's not that. 1, 2. You think giving up while you're vying for a major title is smart?
No, but the beating this man is taking, he won't take time off. He throws out challenges. He'll accept any kind of a match. He'll fight you all night long. I mean, he's got to rest himself. Eventually, he's going to have to rest himself.
Don't compare Page to yourself. He's a man's man, and you're
the Brain.
Something else.
Notice the DDP doesn't have the ribs taped tonight.
Nope.
Probably will in the morning.
And other things. Look how Bret Hart is stretching the hold, going to the 5 count. And not only that, a little disqualification here. Why not, right? The idea for Bret Hart, as he said so vividly earlier in this program, was to beat him down.
Look at him pull himself up. There's still a lot of fight left in Diamond Dallas.
How much, though, is the burning question here? Hart, as we've talked about many times in all of our programs, just draws from the hatred of the fans, it seems. He wants them to boo him. He really eggs them on. He just loves for them to get on him. It seems that he gets stronger the harsher the fans are.
He has no respect at all for the other wrestlers and especially for the fans, Tony, as you mentioned.
Never has.
Page barely can stand, so
fighting to get up, though. Look at that.
Look at this, and Bret Hart's going to just pull him up by what remains of him here. Bret Hart picks him up. Oh, the pile driver.
Oh, did you see that neck bend sideways?
That's got to be it. 1, 2.
There's your win.
He kicked out.
No, there's the frustration level in Bret Hart. Right there.
It's more than frustration. Right now, he's livid. He's ticked off.
I think he's also shocked that DDP was able to kick out after the pile driver.
I don't put nothing past DDP. Nothing surprises me, he does.
The referee checking in. Page not even giving an answer. I think his answer is the way he's pulling himself up. Hey, where did that come from? My God!
He's got it in him.
What an amazing burst of energy by DDP. Series of rights and lefts, and then unleashes one big knee to the midsection of Hart.
Now grab him, Dallas, and put that diamond cutter on him. Right now, you got him in the middle.
The ability to shut out the pain. The ability to have a surge of energy to take you back from the depths. It's all in the makeup of Diamond Dallas Page. And here he goes. Look at this leap up on the top.
Oh, cat quick agility to the top and the clothesline.
He hooks a far leg lateral press for only a 2.
Bret Hart's taking his time to get up now, too.
Up. Oh, he pancaked him. A lot of times that's a setup for the diamond cutter. We're going to try to pin him here. 1, 2, no.
Diamond cut him right now.
All right, coach.
Well, don't be jawing with the referee. That won't do you any good.
I agree with that, but if anybody knows when to diamond cut him, it's DDP, the master.
He's getting some out of his tights.
An illegal object that we've seen so many times as the referee inadvertently smashed in the corner.
Oh, just nailed Page with it right between the eyes.
That's it. Page not going to get up.
Now, did he just put that in Page's trunks?
He just pulled Page over on top of himself.
That's what this is unbelievable. 1, 2.
Oh, this is bizarre.
And he kicked out. You're right, he did put it in Page's trunks. Can you believe that? The man could have won the match, apparently.
I'm baffled.
But has decided not to. Wants to win it another way.
Sharpshooter. I think Page can get out of this one.
No! Why was that needed? He was 1 turn away from the sharpshooter. And now
he's got him hooked.
There he is.
Will he give up?
No, he won't.
He's going to make it to that bottom rope. He's got to make it to the bottom rope.
He's just inches away, and there's still fight left in DDP.
Dig, reach.
Yes.
Oh, he made it.
Another burst of character, of determination.
And he just won't break the hold.
More fight in that man than I've ever seen in any man.
That's incredible. That's nothing less than spectacular. We drape so many accolades on these athletes, deservedly so, but a lot of times there's not enough you can say about the determination of one Diamond Dallas Page. He's a man's man, a gutsy fighter like never before. It's a thing champions are made of.
It's not above him to do something illegal also.
Diamond got him!
But does he have enough to cover him? That's the question here.
But he's very close to the ropes.
Roll over.
He's got to move him out. 1, 2, foot's under the rope.
That's the only thing that saved him.
Breaking the plane of the ropes, the only thing, as you said, Brain, to save Bret Hart from the Diamond Cutter. Page pushing himself, standing up, calling for the Diamond Cutter again.
Ditto.
But he's got to put it on center of the ring. Hart covering up in the corner. And now Nick Patrick trying to keep Page back.
Stop, what?
He's telling the referee, hit me with something.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he hit you with a Diamond Cutter.
That's what he did.
I don't think Diamond knows he's got that thing in his tights.
How would he? He was unconscious at that point.
Page said, go. And Nick Patrick's gonna throw this thing out. Page was willing to let him look down in there because he didn't think it was there.
Throw it out, he's gonna disqualify DDP.
As a result of a disqualification,
Bret Hart has stooped to another low, a new low, in retaining the United States strap.
He tells me right there that he's telling us he couldn't beat Diamond Dallas.
Page is framed. We'll be back with Goldberg and the Giant live.
Diamond! Yeah.
We have a reminder, Thunder comes to Norfolk Thursday, September 24th, and the Norfolk Stone tickets go on sale at the box office and Ticketmaster this Friday, August 21st. Larry Zbyszko, many of those gorgeous Nitro girls who are dancing with the fresh, bashing brawlers will be at Bars Pharmacy this Friday, 201 Virginia Beach Boulevard from 10 a.m. to noon, and Berlin Music at 957 Providence Square from 3 to 5 p.m. You know those bashing brawlers? Make them for 30 wrestling sounds the same, and Brain, the more you bend them, the more they're going to yell.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the WCW Monday Nitro main event. Tonight, a night of history for WCW Monday Nitro. And now, two of the most powerful forces in professional wrestling today will meet right now for the heavyweight championship of the world. Are you ready? Hartford, Connecticut, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
If you ever want a stark difference between us and our competitors, we're going to give you what we promoted. And their match didn't last past Buffer's introduction. It about sums that up. Here comes the big man.
Ladies and gentlemen, making their entrance to the ring at this time, being escorted by the disciple of the NWO, the ultimate big man of professional wrestling, 7'4", 541 3/4 pounds of power and strength. Tonight, he has vowed to capture the belt for the black and white of NWO Hollywood. He has vowed to not only defeat the champion he's about to face, but to destroy him with his vicious trademark, the choke slam. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger, the man known as
Well, it wasn't too long ago, Hogan said we'll be watching your back. I don't see Hogan anywhere at all. After the incredible appearance by the Warrior, Hogan is nowhere to be found out here.
Think that's a coincidence?
No. Here he comes.
And they're ready for him here in Hartford. They've been ready for him all day long.
The champion of champions. The man that means pro wrestling. Undefeated. Unblemished.
What number, Tenay?
131 and counting.
Whoa, man! He has captured an entire nation, an entire world, and destroyed everyone in his path. And one of the great things about him, chant his name, they call for him, but Goldberg is on his own time.
Pretty much does what he wants to do. He gets himself ready. The champion of the world, going to defend his title, he's going to be ready.
Goldberg has come into pro wrestling, has done things on his own terms. And talking about on his own time,
he's ready.
The eruption is the fans on the giant screens here see that Goldberg has walked out of his private locker room. Wonder if there's I'm sure there's a locker back there that that has a big dent in it.
See the story in the Atlanta newspaper about the hottest selling souvenir at the University of Georgia in Athens? The number 95 jersey.
How about that?
Worn by this man when he played for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Well, just last week, Janae and I were in Minneapolis.
Coming to the ring at this time, 6 feet 4, 291 pounds. The man who has captured a cult following like no other. The man whose power spear to inverted lift and slam has demolished 131 consecutive opponents. The man the world has been waiting for. He is the man who is the undisputed, undefeated, unified WCW
next to
so we're at the Mall of America. Every place we went, what do we see? Goldberg t-shirts.
See it everywhere. Just next to Terrell Davis, Herschel Walker, the most famous Bulldog ever. Here we go. Goldberg. I mean, he absorbed those big slaps of the Giant. Giant with a headbutt. Giant's gonna pick him up. Oh my!
Whoa! Nobody's manhandled Goldberg like this before.
He's never faced.
Look at how quickly he gets to his feet.
Standing there. Can he do it? Oh my God! Yes, he can do it.
Big scoop and what a slam!
He's not afraid of anyone, and the Giant knows it right now. You may be big, but you're in there with a man.
The Giant wanted to see what he was made of. He found out.
They respect this man.
The chant of Goldberg is deafening. Great move by the Giant. Out of the neutral position just to pound him down. In the ribcage now.
Goldberg won't stay down though. He keeps coming up like Diamond Dallas.
Boy, he's smashing that corner there, guys. With a man over 541.
Oh. How about that Russian leg sweep from the Giant?
Should have covered him there.
And a massive headbutt, and that rocked the champion back to the corner. But look at him fight out, kick out another headbutt. And this one slumped Goldberg over the top rope. Throws him through the ropes.
At the feet of the disciple.
Yeah, you're right, Brain. Watching his back. So much for watching his back. Goldberg's got to fight two men here. Into the side of the head. 1, The Giant, look at with ease. No one's picked up Goldberg like, but he throws the Giant! He slipped off the back of the Giant, going headfirst to the ring post.
Goldberg's got to get back in that ring. It's too dangerous out there with the Giant and the Disciple on the floor.
Plus, Giant knows that he has to beat Goldberg in the ring to win the World's Heavyweight title.
Not only that, he wants to beat him in the ring. Every man that faces Goldberg wants to be the one to finally beat him. Will it happen tonight? And what if it does?
Goldberg's getting to his feet. Look at this man.
Shakes it off. Trying to stay in.
But can he put the man up? Can he get the Giant up? Let's see what he's all about now.
The Disciple attacks Goldberg. That's a disqualification. Goldberg will win again.
Gonna take the Disciple up in the air with the jackhammer.
Do it, do it.
Oh yeah!
Giant is still down. Scott Hall's in.
Scott Hall out of nowhere. And now 3 members of NWO Hollywood in with Goldberg.
Oh, big sassy Kevin Nash, the Giant Killer.
And Hall don't know he's in there.
He speared Nash!
Again!
He was going for Hall, and he speared Nash!
He didn't mean to spear Nash, though.
And Nash is up in his face! And ladies and gentlemen,